Welcome back to another Craft Treasure. I'm Dear Darling, and from the unexplored depths we will prove if we are truly trash or treasure. Well, last time we actually defeated the final boss of Filth, and now we respawned back in just before the end of the game, because that's the only thing you can do. Your progress isn't saved, as we are here to at the very least finish off the bosses which we missed, and I think it would be fun to try and complete the museum. I'm not going to collect everything in this game, I don't think, but I think the museum is actually a really nice reward for defeating all these enemies. So that is what we're going to do. And it turns out that I thought I only missed out one boss. The one boss I thought I missed out was Consortium, because I saw that in the achievements. Turned out I somehow missed 3 bosses. So the first one we're doing is the Royal Shell Splitter, which I'm not sure exactly if it tells me. They can be fought as early as when Kril leaves a cave of respite. The area they fight in is formed in such a way that Kril can leave a fight at any time. So this is the cave of respite. So presumably they're just sort of forward from here. I also do expect that these early game bosses are probably going to be very easy for us. But I also don't know. So yes, somehow I missed out 3 bosses. The first one being the Royal Shell Splitter, which is basically not actually that difficult a boss. As I understand it. New museum exhibit, yes. So we do actually need to defeat a copy of every enemy here. We'll do the boss rush as well, I guess, to get the other bosses in there. But yeah, there's a lot of enemies to defeat, including this one, and I'm sure there's things back here which I didn't explore properly since we got upgrades, but that looks like it over there. This is actually an enemy you face later on, so it actually should not be too difficult for us, I think, to fight it, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, I don't remember you attacking 3 times, but... Oh, just once. I do remember you having a grab if we're not careful. But I think we're just literally just going to defeat you because we are just way stronger than you at the moment. Defeat the Royal Shell Splitter. Wonderful. But it's basically the same as a guillotine enemy that we've fought before in the past. So again, I didn't expect it to be particularly difficult, but I have no idea how I just missed this. I guess I probably just didn't stray off the path much at the beginning. So yeah, I don't know if there's an easy way to track all the enemies. It doesn't look like it. We're just gonna have to remember essentially which ones we haven't fought for museum purposes, which I will say is does seem like a bit of an issue of how easy that's going to be, but I think just by going through these previous areas we'll probably cover most of them, so maybe it's not something to be too worried about. I think only the bosses are the main thing, but all of these enemies, and I don't know if these are any different. I didn't even know there was a cutscene here. Back, ruffians! Back, I say! You there, I don't suppose you'd lend a claw to a fellow in need. I dare say I'll die for sure if you don't. I didn't know this was the thing. I don't even know if I know who you are then. Not in like a disrespectful way, but like, have we ever run into you before? It would be so crazy if this was just like an NPC who's whatchamacallit, OBS still recording? Yes. Whose like side quests I just completely missed. Like, what if I had like a Zote character who I constantly run into? Fine swordsmanship, my boy. I dare say these ruffians have become bolder and bolder as of late. But that's just life on the frontier. How exciting. Why not move away if it's so dangerous? And give up the prime land of the Duchess offered to me. No way, Moray. The Duchess gave you land? Isn't there land all over the place? Ah, the simple insights of country folk. This really is the life. You deserve something for saving my carapace, young country boy. Surely this could be of use. Good luck with your country travels. A blood him? No way. Can we talk to you again? Stay resolute, lad. These vandals have numbers, but you have a skill and resolve of a country boy. I'm just a simple country boy. You know me. So we are actually like basically essentially strong enough now to one-shot these regular enemies, which is fantastico, I would say. I don't know if we can get up here. You know what's crazy is the fact that I predicted that we'd get like a flutter jump upgrade, and then we legit never did. Anyway. So if anything, the difficulty is going to be trying to lock onto these enemies. But there's no other enemies. Well, actually, I don't know if there's other enemies in the shadow that we need to fight. Might as well look-see, I suppose. Is that an enemy there? No, it's a conch. I don't know if there's an easy way for us to check. Hold on, let's see. Because we can go to New Carcinia, we can go to Upper Crust, and then we can run to the museum. And from there, we might be able to see how many spaces we have. Or perhaps if we defeat one enemy in the area, we might be able to then see more easily which ones we need. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do every achievement in this game. I think that's a bit unnecessary, but I will say I did love the museum, which amusingly was something which came out during this Let's Play. Like, there was the Year of a Crab balance update, like 3 years or something since the first game's been released. I seem to have a history of playing games during Let's Play and then an update coming out partway through. It happened during Railbound as well, I believe. So I don't know which chapter's which. I assume this must be the first chapter. In the Shallows. Yes, it certainly looks like it. That's the Royal Shell Splitter. And then we'll have a few episodes probably just going through everything. So we got 1, probably 2, 3 things left in the Shallows. Still left to find. I don't know if there's a list of... Oh, there could be multiple in exhibit. Hold on, let's see if I can find one. I probably should have done this before. Is there wiki content enemies, maybe? Bosses? Normal enemy, hold on. Crabs. Fish. Okay, let's see. Another crab's treasure. Museum guide, maybe? Anyone got a museum checklist? That'd be really nice. There's a stowaway. On my perimeter stands out, but reduce your shell while giving you dodge roll. There's one that enhances them as a what? Hold on. Let me pause real quick. So, I have looked it up. Someone has actually very helpfully compiled a list of all the enemies in the game and the section they're in. And that will be what we'll follow to try and complete the bestiary. The problem is, apparently, that one of our enemies here in the first chapter is the Turbo Snail, who is one of the first enemies we literally fight in the game, and because it doesn't seem to retroactively track which enemies you fought, I don't think there's any way for us to get the Turbo Snail into our museum, because we have no way of refighting that boss. But that's okay. What we can do though is we'll get everything except for the Turbo Snail. The first one being, I'm just going to do it in the order of the list because I think that'll be easier. The first one being Nephro. So I assume that fighting the combat memories allows us to get the boss again. Interestingly though, I would say that... Oh, actually, do you think if we do this and we run back to... Okay, well, let's fight Nephro first. I wonder if combat memories will allow us to refight the Turbo Snail. Is this how it works? I don't remember how it is. Like, you pick something up and then you run away and then the guy tries to get you. That's it. Presumably, again, might be quite an easy fight. I don't know. Let's not humble ourselves too quickly. It might not be. Or I might just miss everything. I will say we do certainly a lot of damage. Very luckily, you decided to miss us with the grab. So I think Nephro, you'll just be very easily added to the bestiary, if that's allowed. Trial survived. Did that add you to the bestiary? It's a bit hard to tell, to be honest. I think we might as well do this as a bit of experimentation, because if we can't add bosses to the bestiary, that seems kind of lame. The fact it would do it so retroactively this game. I guess it was just information it wasn't tracking before, so there's not really much I can do about it. But you know. Yeah, I did see some other people on the Reddit. Okay, so it does track through a boss memory. So okay, I will experiment. We'll see if we can fight the turbo snail again. If we go to the boss memory, and then we run back to where the turbo snail is, it's possible that we can fight them again. Now the thing that's interesting is it doesn't seem like the turbo snail appears anywhere else, but the wiki does say the turbo snail appears somewhere else. Let's do this one because it'll be closer. And if that is the case, there is a chance we can fight the turbo snail again, despite the fact they are a tutorial boss, quote quote. Oh, we can't leave the area. I see. I don't know if we can just get out of here then. I guess we just have to fight you, which is fine. We can see how quickly we can do so. Interestingly, you are actually much tankier then. Nephro, which I fully didn't expect. So, okay, didn't have to fight you again. We did anyway. So, we're going to basically be able to do the entire museum except for Turbo Snail, unless that bug gets fixed in the midst of us doing this, which is a bit of a shame, but so be it. So I think we'll start by populating the rest of the Slack Tide, and then we'll do the other bosses as it sees fit. So I think Slack Tide is the next areas we have to go through. There's probably quite a few enemies, yeah, but we got the cavalry down there, which is definitely one of them. Used to be a very difficult enemy for us, but now an absolute joke. Which is the nature of getting all these upgrades. Okay, so that must be the cavalry man. Bottle cap crab, comb crab, and polluted platoon pathfinder. Polluted platoon pathfinder must be a boss. Don't know about these other enemies. I guess we'll just sort of try and find out. I don't know if that'll be an easy way to do so, but... Okay, hold on. That must be the bottle cap crab, the slack tide footman. So now we just gotta find the comb person, and then we'll go find... I don't know what Magister is. I think that's one of the bosses maybe, but I don't really recall. Now the comb person's going to be a bit hard to find, I think. So I especially don't remember where they are. I mean, you have to remember, I think it's been like years. Maybe not years, that's a bit excessive. It's been several months since I've done the fighting or gone to this area in another Crab's Treasure. Possible we should be using Yackle instead of this, but I think we probably have enough. Lifesteal doesn't matter too much. So yeah, we're in quite a lax moment, to be honest, with another Crab's Treasure, as we sort of just wander around trying to find who we can. We can teleport away, probably back up to Slack Tide. The comb guy must only be in very specific areas, I'd imagine. So going up in the castle is probably more useful, just so we can look around. See if I see one somewhere nearby. Not a cavalryman. I remember how frightening those cavalrymen were. To be honest, just being like, I don't want to try and fight them, if at all possible. Oh, there we go, there's one. Wonderful. Okay, so then we have Ragoon Beachcomber. No, we just did Polluted Platoon Pathfinder. Apparently that was a crystal enemy. And then Magister. Magister is the Duchess, right? You know, if you're just going to do that, I'm just going to run past you. There's no point. I am surprised there's no sort of like teleport in the post game though. We have defeated you lot, okay. Feels like it'd be rather convenient to be able to just sort of teleport back to a point. I mean, I guess we can die instantly, but that seems a bit pointless. Fruitless, one might say. And then instead, what we'll do is we'll run to the Duchess's chambers and we'll use it to fight the two bosses we're ready forward. And that'll be, the Shadows 2 will be completed. It is a real shame though that there is no way to do the turbo snail. I mean, we can hold out hope because again the wiki said that there is a way. Oh wow, you actually followed me all the way here. I'm surprised there isn't even like a joke fight you can do in the combat memories with it. So hopefully that's something that they bug fix at some point, but if they don't then so be it. We'll have to have a one missing from a museum. And we'll just be fine with that, I guess. You just missed. Straight up, you just missed. Shattering. Did it always break a bottle if we did that? I mean, I assume you just do more damage with it. I actually had no idea that was a thing. Anyway, so we do that. Then we do the Magister, who I assume is a Duchess. I'm not actually sure. I don't really remember her mechanics. How much time we got? We've got enough time. So I assume these first boss fights will probably be quite easy. Probably at the midpoint and will start being a bit difficult again. It certainly has been a while since we fought you.
Your death will be gorgeous.
Straight up, don't remember what you do. That's lucky.
Quit.
Good parry. I don't even think being gunked matters. I can literally just brute force with a ridiculous strength at this point. So yeah, it's more of a formality if anything. It is cool that they allow us to fight these bosses again. It just feels very particular that they didn't let us do the turbo. I thought it stack tied. The turbo snail, but I think that's a good place to probably round off this episode. Next episode we can do the sands between as our next enemies to fight. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been another Crab's Treasure. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.